Hello and good morning. Welcome to day 19 of 75 Hard. Ironically, for how much sleep I'm getting, I still look like shit. So, isn't that fun? That is so much fun. But, yeah. Today's run, sponsored by Red Bull, Red Button specifically, is okay. I've been really frustrated at the times I've been going to bed. It has been later than I've been wanting. Not even like 10:30. Like if I just get 10:30 at least right now. Obviously I want 9, but still trying to work to that. But at the very least I've still been getting like my hours. It's frustrating because I like earlier and it's also not really convenient right now. So there's that. Good old agenda today is 9 miles in the morning, 45 minutes in the PM. Going through the warm-up routine right now, and I'm gonna feel good once I'm actually in the run. It's just actually getting ready for the run that's just so frustrating. So, fun stuff. All right. Now we're getting on the run. But okay, something I gotta say though, just thinking about my mindset through this whole thing. And one, at least a little side note, the Red Bull's kicking in, so I feel a little bit better right now already. I don't know how that's gonna settle my stomach. I had a boba bar, and then I had Red Bull in my system. At the very least, with how late this run in the morning it's going, that's fine. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. In fact, I think I need it because, well, I don't have is it an ice cream truck? No, it's not. I don't have, I haven't had breakfast yet because usually, ideally, I would get the run started around 7 a.m. and then finish the run by now. Everything finished with the run, pre, post, and everything. Because right now, the runs are taking anywhere between 65 minutes to 75 minutes. Even though my coach put 60 minutes. But sorry, coach, I'm not running that fast right now. We'll see how I'm going to do today. I'm going to go here. Ooh. Okay, but... the agenda for this run today, we're gonna go to the beautiful bunkers, as we call them. Gonna try to use them as much as we can before some billionaire takes it down, and just trying to be all on dirt. I also just don't want to run to a street light today, because usually this is where I'm at. This is where I start my run. Because I gotta go ahead and run through this street here. And then I'm on to this place called the JFK Loop, which is a great dirt loop. I'm able to make it literally, as you guys saw, an 8.5 mile out and back. But, today we want a little bit more hills. And at the very least, in terms of this route here for the bunkers, it's not as aggressive of hills. And once again, it's all on dirt. So it's not as aggressive as Mount Rubidoux, so to speak. Now, does that make me quite worried as to how I'm going to perform onto some other hillier routes later into the summer build? Yes, but at the very least, this is what we got. This is what I'm building with. And I know other places that are going to have more difficult hilly routes, but we're also just trying to go on the safe side and making sure that the body's in check. Knee has not been hurting. I've been recovering well. I've been icing now. I think I've iced twice, 2 or 3 times at this point. I know for a fact that I did it twice. And then the stretching and getting more sleep, despite the fact me sleeping in, it makes sense. It's gonna work. The body's gonna work with me. I will say though, okay, I think the first thought I had was that there's a standard that's need to be made here in terms of there's a standard that I'm trying to make for how I'm trying to get this training in. And I will say, the past couple of days, unacceptable. It's really not. Yes, am I still getting everything out of my day? Absolutely. I'm powering through. I'm working with what the cars that are dealt with me, but this is my control now. There's no family gathering I'm at right now. I'm not hanging out with any friends right now. I'm going to hang out with maybe some friends next week. Or even so, it's my schedule is in my hands. In terms of school, in terms of work, in terms of the running. And so with that all in my hands, I prefer to get a lot more stuff done within the first half of the day. And when your run takes a god-awful amount of time, or just a training amount, I mean, training takes about two hours at the very bare minimum, if I'm rushing everything, to 3.5 hours. And that's a good chunk of your time. And I am trying to be very particular with it, very meticulous, and I am trying to do all the little things. That's part of that 75 hard, where you're doing the little things. Like, yeah, does it take 20 to 30 minutes to get ready for my run? Yeah, it does. And do I have to stretch after? Yes. But we're trying to create a standard for myself. And I think you guys should have a standard of your own, where it's like, hey, I have to be doing this. And yes, there's going to be some days where you're just hitting the wall, and maybe you just got to go ahead and jog a couple miles and not think about it. If that's you, then by all means do it. That works for you. But I think for me, knowing the body that I'm in, the body that I'm working with, I have to be able, no excuses, get my body right. I can't be just loafing around and just slogging in a run. So there's that. All right, just as I was saying, now we got the run started. But there's a standard that I need to just continue to be consistent with. And that includes just some of the rules, right? That I set myself up for this challenge. Like the eating, yes. The working out, you make sure I'm trying to follow the training regimen like a Bible. My reading, my reflection, my writing every night. And I've been sticking to that, you know? At the very least, I'm proud of that. But like, I'm sticking to all these small things that definitely make up a part of the challenge that make it happen. Same thing with social media. Like, I've seen my screen time, and at least like on my phone, it's like, I think I remember it used to being like 13, 14 hours, which is practically the whole day. And then I look at it now, it's like almost half of that. And obviously there's no section for social media. I mean, is YouTube on there? Yeah. But a lot of my YouTube consumption is kind of what I'm making for in these videos here, where I'm simply just like, you know, I have the video playing, and then I'm listening to it, and I'm not even looking at it. And if I'm doing it on my phone, it's black and white. And yeah, sometimes I'll watch it on TV if I'm rolling out. But rarely ever am I just kind of sitting down and just watching. I mean, maybe sometimes I will, and it's nice. Don't get me wrong. But that's not how I spend my time on this platform. So if you're doing the same thing, trying to get some stuff productive done, and well, actually, that's kind of the method I'm doing to get people to watch this. And well, if you're watching this, say hi, say what you got done. I really appreciate that one kid who just said, like, I'd clean my whole room because of this video. And you know what? Even if that guy, like, just don't remember a speck of that entire video, the fact that he got his room cleaned, and like that's so good to the mind. That's so special. So I applaud that kid. I applaud anyone who's just trying to get their stuff done, you know? And if I'm supplemental to that, these videos are doing the job. So, very happy about that. Also getting out of breath. Whew. It's okay, we're about to reach it downhill. Ooh. Almost dropped my phone right there for a second. But this is the view. Yeah, this is the view. Kind of cruising solid 9-minute pace right now to start the run. I don't know how fast I'm gonna go today. That's kind of the best part about these runs right now, where, and I did get that tip, to where you can just kind of put that, just put it right on the clock. I already showed you all that. It's currently on my mileage, but you can put the clock, just let it go, and run and see how it goes. And if you're noticing that your runs are all over the place, then probably you need to learn to pace yourself correctly. And a good way to start is simply starting like laughably slow. And just for all types of runners, to my new runners coming off the couch. This can mean just walking. This can mean just standing, walking, standing, stopping for a bit, and then going again. And then you slowly go into a nice little jog. And if that's 15-minute pace, that's fine. And where it's like, oh, it's laughable, I can run this mile in 10 minutes, you know? This dog's gonna jump. How much you wanna bet? There's always a dog here that jumps. Come on, where are you, bud? Oh, there it is. There it is. Morning, bud. I called it too. That boy can jump. Trust me, I ain't robbing you. Oh, I'm just so glad to get that on video. But yeah, so just start laughably slow and pick yourself up. And if it picks up, it picks up. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Nothing more to that. And I see still a couple of you guys, a couple of my teammates in particular from my last college, about like, oh, I'm worried about heart rate, I'm worried about heart rate. It's summer right now, and I get it. I've been there too. I stress about heart rate. It is helpful to make sure you're not all going overboard every time. But if you feel good, if you're talking like how I am right now, consistently back and forth with someone or even yourself, like, you're running practically aerobic. And I can guarantee you my heart rate's probably like around 150 right now. Worry about heart rate once you're in the fall, you're trying to do a tempo workout, and coach tells you, hey, keep the heart rate at X amount. So, yeah, never ranted on the run before, but yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm gonna get this running. Woo! My heart rate's up. Yeah, let's see, just to give you an example, it's at 143. I am once again starting laughably slow, but I know it'll pick up. My average heart rates have been around like 150, 150 high. I've seen 160 low, so yeah. All right, back to this run. All right, so we're good. Well, 2 miles over into the run right now. Still just keeping a nice solid pace. I think I started around 8:45, then 8 flat. Going on the downhill, so just trying to keep it consistent because I want a better effort going back up. But as for how the body's feeling, I can feel ever so slightly the discomfort in the right knee, but it's not alarming. However, it still very much means that I should still continue to ice it, you know? Yes, I felt great yesterday. Yes, it wasn't bothering me yesterday, but that doesn't mean I get the slouch. So, you know, standards, as I said, need to be continued coming up. Also, my left calf / soleus. So, not that that's hurting, but it doesn't hurt to ice it as well. So, yeah, trying to stay healthy, man. Trying to stay healthy. All right, we're about halfway. The only downside to this route, compared to, let's say, if I'm doing the JFK loop, is the fact that JFK loop has shade. This doesn't. So it's still not that hot out right now. It's the most manageable it will be all summer around this time. But sooner or later, it's gonna get more rough. And like, you know, that's also another reason why I say, like, okay, I need to make sure I'm, you know, sleeping at the right time and waking up at the right time, because it's an actual risk factor that comes to us at a certain point. If you're really playing with your clock and you're not focused as to what your timeline is going to be for today. Most importantly, they also just beat the sun, which I get it. You know, there are going to be some conditions in a race where you can't control. It's probably going to be like this or a little bit hotter. But if you want to go train for that, go to the sauna if you have that available. Don't make yourself train in the middle of the day. I tried that before. It just depletes you. It takes you longer to recover. You just feel like shit, and it doesn't give any benefit in terms of training. It actually gives a little bit less because of the fact that you cannot adapt. Now, if you're in a state like Arizona, Godspeed. Or if you're in the Palm Springs area, Godspeed. You just got to deal with it, you know? They literally can't play with the sun
because they'll burn. They will literally burn to the ground. So they'll like melt on the spot. So if you're, yeah, humid, hot, whatever. I'm blessed to be in SoCal, so it's like, you know, feels like somewhat of a winter morning when it's like 50 degrees, and that's a blessing. I get to have that. I'm gonna take advantage of that. All right? Because guess what? All right? If anyone else is gonna call me a bitch about it, guess what? I'm a bitch. All right? It's just like, it's just point blank. Like, I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, who the hell wants to run in 80 degree, 90 degree, 100 degree weather with like God knows how much humidity? So it's like, come on, like be real. Like, even the hardcore people, like hardcore David Goggins type beat. Do you, like, come on, like, if let's just say if there was a flip of a coin, right? And you're like 90 degrees, you know, like whatever percentage of humidity that makes it crappy to be in, versus a day like this, right? And you flip a coin and it lands on a day like today. You know, and what do you think they're gonna be like? Oh man, I really wanted the humidity. No, they're gonna run in a nicer weather because that's what it's, you know, that's what's the choice has been chosen with. So yeah, I'm going off at a tangent, but whew, yeah, this has been the most I've vlogged actually in a run. I feel really good though. Like I've been like singing songs and stuff like that. So I'm having a really fun time. So all right, I'm gonna continue to have fun. 36 minutes in. Can we get under? Can we get under 70 minutes? I think we can do it. Let's do it. So I just finished a run, really solid run. Definitely went a little harder than anticipated, but I think that's fine because I want to make Saturday a decently hard day. On like preferably going to be back at the canal, just going to be on some flat dirt, just ripping it, probably with some of my college teammates from my last school. But yeah, it's 11:09, 11:10 now. This is what I mean when I talk about, like, you know, it's dangerous to run at this time. Like, I don't recommend this at all. This was just my stupidity. Granted, yes, I got sleep. There was a positive, but you gain something, you lose something, right? And, yeah, it was, the temperature went up 10 whole degrees, all right? My average heart rate was 160, so keep that in mind. So, yeah. But, yeah, we're about to go home. About to get some work done. Haven't give an update in a while, but currently on the mountain biking right now, and look at this view. First day of summer, by the way. So longest day of the year. It's currently I don't even know time. I know it's like 8:20, 8:30. Dang, that's crazy. But wow, this view, guys, is nuts. I haven't been here in a while. I think I was here like maybe 2 or 3 years ago running, and well, haven't appeared here since. But I should make this a habit because I mean, usually the bike ride I've been going to has been flat, but it's not that hard to get up here with my bike. And well, it's a nice mountain bike, so I got to take advantage of it. So, but this, see, this is why I'm doing this stuff, man. Like especially this cross training, like it doesn't feel like cross training. I was going a little bit easier today too, and now I saw an opportunity. I was like, I think I should do it. And then here I am here, and it's like I'm not thinking about, oh, I need to hop on the bike right away or whatever. I'm just taking in the view right now, and I'm grateful. I am beyond grateful. Like, this is, don't ever take life for granted, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was at a time in my life 2 years ago, probably the worst steps of my life, of trying to navigate my last, I should say the first school that I went to, and I was in a really dark place, and well, here we are now 2 years later. Probably the happiest I've ever been, and very fulfilled with myself, and
very optimistic what's to come. So yeah, I think we'll end it off here. It's gonna be a shorter video for today, but quality over quantity, right? So hope you guys enjoyed day 19 of 75 hard, and I will see you guys